Tribunal judgment in Aniocha Oshimili Federal Constituency was shocking and not in consonance with the law. The national leadership of the party is shocked over Monday's judgment by the National Assembly election petition, Tribunal sitting in Asaba, Delta State, where it sacked our member, Ngozo Okolie, who is representing the good people of Aniocha Oshimili constituency in the House of Representatives. The court ruled that the Okolie was not a member of Labour Party by the date of the primary election, and thus he was not properly sponsored by the party. We note that the judgment is clearly inconsistent with the position of the law already settled by the superior courts, including the Supreme Court. The issue of nomination of candidates as well as membership are internal affairs of the party beyond the jurisdiction of courts. It is only a political party that can determine who its members are and who their flag bearers for the election should be. The courts have, in plethora of cases, held that a court has no jurisdiction to intervene in the internal affairs of a political party. For instance, in the case of Ado and Ano versus Iyako and others in 2013, the Court of Appeal, Paddington West, JCA, held that, however, it is a notorious principle of law that courts have no right whatsoever to descend into the internal affairs of political parties as to choose their candidates for them or decide the status of their membership. The position is more vividly expounded in the case of AGI versus PDP and others in 2016, where the Supreme Court held that a party is supreme over its own affairs. A party is like a club and voluntary association. It has its rules, regulations, guidelines, and constitution. Part of the rules and guidelines of Labour Party is to accord membership to any Nigerian who so desire, and including by way of waiver. If you look at our guidelines, it is very clear that we can grant a waiver to people who are joining us during the election. And Labour Party, in observance of its own relevant rules and guidelines, discharged its obligations by granting a waiver to Honorable Ngozo Okolie. So it is our inalienable right under our own rules, and we activated it to the fullest. The electoral law also gave us the powers to field candidates and further gave us the power to equally substitute candidates. The decision of the tribunal is against clearly established jurisprudence, where the leadership of a party regards a person as a member of the party eligible to contest the primaries. No member of the party can complain against such a decision. Such an issue is within the domestic and internal affairs of the party, over which the courts have no jurisdiction as such. It is not justiciable. An action based on determination of membership of a political party is not justiciable. Therefore, the judgment by the tribunal is not acceptable to us, and it is also not the final. The petitioner obtained a Pyrrhic victory that will fall flat on appeal. We are putting our documents together, and we are going ahead to appeal the judgment immediately. It is very clear that powerful people in Delta State are involved in this matter, and obviously we expect some of this arm twisting and political bravado But ultimately, we believe that judgment will be served. We have also noted the tension mounting in the camps of the Labour Party and obedient families across the nation and beyond on the possible spillover of the judgment in Delta State. We therefore call on you to keep calm as we will ensure that none of our mandate is snatched away. Let me assure you that every case has its own circumstances and its own merits, and all cases are treated on their merit and their speculations. Obviously, this will not have any effect on any other election petition or the election generally, but we insist that the courts should be consistent in what they say, because that will make the law to be very certain and decisive. I am sure that the Delta State judgment against our representative in the National Assembly will be overturned at the end of the day, and very, very soon. Thank you.